This week on Music Video Mondays, we're changing this up for a special event. It's a follow-up to the music video for Not Like Us and Squabble Up that we talked about on the archive. It is the full amazing performance by Kendrick Lamar with a special performing act from SZA. The production is all PJ Lang, and it's the first time we're going to see this in full display. And he also has some collaborations for this as well with Lily Shabra. So let's get into how the Super Bowl performance was made.
My intent was to always keep, I think from day one, was to always keep the nature of it as a sport. You know, I don't care how motherfuckers look at it as far as like, as a collaborative effort, you know, that's cool too, but I love when artists grit their teeth. Like, I still watch battle raps. I still watch Smack URL from Murder Mook to Lux to Tay-Rock, you know, my bro Daylight. This has always been the core definition of who I am, and it's been that way since day one. So I don't think it was a thing for this year. It was always just a continuum.
It was always for the culture and the love of battle raps, and he still watch it till this day. That's why no one can actually beef with this man, okay? He's been studying this. We have talked about it before on this channel and the importance of culture, especially when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. Back to the video with Not Like Us, the designers he chose was either LA-based likes of like Willie Shavra, which we see in the first scene of the music video, and all Willie with a Martine Rose scarf, or when he's wearing all black walking down the sidewalk with Ghetto Rodeo on his hat. As you are watching this video, he also referenced so many important aspects of the culture of LA, like Tommy the Clown, who made the dance called Two Clowning, which is a dance before crunking, which he also saw again in Squabble Up into the intro of that music video as well. For Not Like Us, the whole music video really represented LA in the best way, from the dancing to the clothing to also all the aspects of places he used to drive through in LA as well. After the Not Like Us video dropped, we really thought that it was done with Kendrick Lamar. Since he always does this kind of moments and kind of disappears, we had no idea that he was going to do anything after that. But as the beef was like dying down, he then announced a pop-up show for Compton on Juneteenth, which also premiered on Prime. Everybody that took step in LA was on that stage, child. Everybody was on there, from Russell Westbrook, Tyler the Creator, Dr. Dre announcing that Kendrick Lamar is coming out, the kids on the stage, Tony the Clown. Oh, and also, let's not forget, he played Not Like Us like 6 freaking times. He really brought LA together, gangs and all, for sure, for sure. Squabble Up is another music video that we dissected on the channel. From this custom belt he made by another LA native, Eli, with the brand Earl, who said the original one was pins that he's been collecting for a few years from all different states, to even the scraper bikes rolling around in the music video, to a Debbie Deb sample, with even the Chicano and Mexicans dancing to the song in the back of the corner, to even these 3 black women dancing their asses off in a wraparound unit. The video just screamed, I am telling who I am, and that what hip-hop is always will be about, and that it's actually just culture, motherfucker. It's culture, nigga. At the end of the video, it said that there was going to be a Christmas parade, and what you come to find out, it was a TDE has hosted this event with the all TDE family to donate money, gifts, and all the goodies for the holiday season. We saw performances from Kendrick Lamar, Doechii, SZA, Absol, Isaiah Rashad, and more to name a few. Kendrick Lamar also finished out the year with an ode to LA and the basics of hip-hop. The album is GNX.
Was an energy that I don't think was really happening in hip hop. Like, it's a Public Enemy level energy. It's a Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted energy.
For sure.
Like, it's a classic, you know, timeless energy. Talk about your headspace between Mr. Morale and this GNX.
Yeah, no, that's great. Go back even further, man. Speaking on that energy, like, it's my cousins was like DJ Quick, you know, and Dre, you know, these folks that my people was playing. So I always had that DNA. And, you know, you heard that DNA a little bit on Good Kid, Mad City, but I wanted to tell my story first, right? And fast forward to GNX, I felt it was just a perfect time because not only the energy was lost, but it was the energy that was bubbling inside of me as well. I wanted to go back to the forefront of just the bite and just the grit of rap, just all raps and hard-ass beats. And that's like the basics for me. I thought about, damn, what I used to like when I was a kid. Hard raps, good beats, that's smacking, right? And it was a great transition from Mr. Morale because that was my most intimate. I wanted to go inside of my own psyche and my own personal withdrawals and see how it connects with the public and who can relate. So during this time around, I think it was necessary of coming out of that cocoon and feeling like, okay, I arrived now. I can spread my wings and show every state of who I am as far as Kendrick Lamar.
It's only 12 tracks and has only one famous major artist, known as SZA. This time around, Kendrick Lamar decided to add an artist that we're not really known, but it's also major artists from LA, like Dodie Six, Lefty Gunplay, just to name a few. The production on this album is really so seamless and has a lot of elements of how we grew up back at home, like with Luther or even Dr. Blue. And the production just feels very nostalgic to Kendrick Lamar. He even added the Mexican singer who is Sierra Rivera, who's also shot to be part of his project since she only sings Mexican songs. And also with sampling of Tupac on Reincarnated, we're talking about various stories and different types of musicians and artists. SZA and Kendrick Lamar's harmonies are really so heavenly to hear. I hope they come out with the whole product together because they just sound so well when they sing together. He also announced a tour in the way for spring featuring SZA. We also have no idea yet on who else is going to be part of this tour when it came to the openers. My guess, it had to be obviously someone from LA, so maybe it's features for sure. But I was thinking also maybe Doechii, since she's a new artist on TDE. I think it'd be fun to give her a limelight. She's like on a high and like winning best album for hip hop, so I would love to see her there. Kendrick Lamar also tapped his shoulder to Willie Chavra again with a collab, and this time is in a collection for the Super Bowl with t-shirts and also some bomber jackets. Also, keep your eye on Willie as well, as he's making headway as this first global Mexican-American LA-based artist from Fresno, which also motivates his work and his runway shows. He was able to debut a collection a couple weeks ago during Paris Fashion Week, which he also debuted his collaboration with Adidas with these classic styles. It showcased the true pride of Chicano Americana culture, from the red roses on the suits, the thin brows, the high-waisted jeans, and the classic Mother Mary pendant on a majority of the models that are rocking down for Paris Fashion Week. You also have probably seen his work previously with Doechii and his stylist Sam Wolf for last year for the spring, summer, fall men's collection. Doechii also wore some of his pieces as well, like on NPR's Tiny Desk. And then last week, he also snagged 5 Grammys for his diss track, Not Like Us, like winning big categories as well, like for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. And now this week, he's taking it all with the Super Bowl 2025. Performance was just breathtaking from start to finish. The way that Kenny was on top of that car, GNX, man, like with Squabble Up with the song to start this whole thing. And then what comes out the car are these red and white and blue dancers, right? On all these colors. Represented the American flag, but also like gang culture here, bro, with Crips and Bloods.
17.
Right? And also the relationship we also have with America right now, this kind of violence going back and forth about like what is going on. But let's go back to the beginning though, with this Samuel L. Jackson coming out acting as Uncle Sam, this caricature, like a true symbol of American imperialism. And like, you know, the sign of, I want you for the US Army. Choosing Samuel L. Jackson was the most intentional and clear about how America has never been a great country. To give you a quick summary, I did this because I'm a nerd and I wanted to know about Samuel L. Jackson's act. I knew that he was definitely down for us always, but I didn't know everything about his history when I looked it up just really quickly. You know, it's like a first reaction anyway. He was born in Washington, D.C. on December 21st in 1948. He was raised by a single mother in Tennessee. He attended multiple segregated schools. and also was an usher for MLK's funeral and almost joined the Black Panthers. But his mom warned him not to join since you know what happened if you did. If you know, you know. You know the culture, right? Samuel, for me and for Black culture, and honestly for a lot of Black men, has always been someone to look up to, like a Cindy Poitier or a Denzel Washington. Just overall the embodiment of Black men to look up to. And I feel like as a culture, we always respected Samuel Jackson for just always speaking his mind and being true to who he is. Samuel is also like just critiquing and interrupting a lot during Kendrick Lamar's performance. And about how it's really just never enough for this art world. It made me think about what Kendrick was saying in an Apple Music interview with Ebro and Deska.
From a space where I think a lot of people was putting rap to the back, and you didn't see that. You didn't see that grit. You didn't see that bite anymore. So I always took that in consideration in going into any type of my music.
And how he was saying how like rap was not being respected as an art and really needed to take it back to the basics. And that's what he did with his beef and also with GNX. He also represents on how like big tech CEOs have been silencing so many of us, and we're kind of going back to this era of misinformation. Like how a president can be driving all these harsh policies on so many marginalized people. And as an artist, as a rapper, how can you not address this in your messages right now and talk about what's really going on? And it's reflective to like how he's portraying it in this performance that like, I can't do anything right unless I do it the way that Uncle Sam tells me to. And it's all games. The shots that Kendrick were taking at Drake though, girl, what?
17.
I love it when he was saying that we can't say too much because you know how people be loving to sue. When he picked up his head though and peekaboo though, I was screaming, girl. I was screaming. I was like, you looking at the camera, looking at Drake like that? And the girls in the background down like harmonizing, like little like stuff in your ears, like, you know what I mean? Like flittering and talking all that ish in your ear, you know what I'm talking about? And I love how they introduced SZA from the transition from peekaboo to this song with these harmonizing lyrics. And I love how they spell the name on the field. I just love how her mic was really on. Like SZA's mic was really damn on. She sounded so beautiful, and from Luther to all the stars, like she sounded so ethereal. Her hair matching her full outfit. And when they performed Luther, I loved how they were going back and forth like it was like a love song, and how it's like reds and blues, and I don't know, it's just really cute how he made it also romantic. Like, I don't know, I thought that was really interesting to see. And I'm really proud of SZA and how her vocal range over the years has been even more and more amazing. And her growth too in her live performances have been even more fantastic. What I like too about SZA, she also gave us the Lana Deluxe during the Superbowl as well at 7 o'clock. So definitely go listen to that. Support your queen, support your sis. Sam finally gives him a round of applause by finally playing the game right and standing in line. Then you start to hear something faint in the background interrupting finally Uncle Sam with this instrumental of Not Like Us, with this different version of it though. It's breaking down a conversation set with the hummingbirds, the little girls that we hearing earlier, the peekaboo, them going back and forth having a conversation about should we drop it, right? Are you going to do this? Do you really want to? You say you want to sue us. I don't know if you want to. And then he literally performs the song and it goes crazier and crazier, especially when he looks at the camera addressing everything to Drake, saying, hey Drake, I heard you like them young. Girl, what? Then to a minor thing is crazy work to hear it in multiple places from the Grammy stage to now the Super Bowl stage is one for another. Like, what in the entire F? Okay? Then the fact that it panned to Serena Williams crib walking, girl. Like, do you not remember her doing that at Grand Slam? Like, iconic. And she looks so... Serena, yes. And I love the way that he finished the show with DJ Musher coming out playing You Know What It Is, TV off. Turn them the fucking TV off. Girl, what? that performance was, ooh, I cannot say it enough. Ooh, girl. And I love how you hear like the switch as he turns on the TV and says game over. Like, we're playing games with our lives right now with all these freaking people, girl. Damn. Thank you all for tuning in, and wow, this has been, oh girl, an amazing moment in rap, okay? The PG Link brand and the production is so insane though, to the clothing. Peep that jacket too, that man. You saw that's a Gloria and he's wearing an A chain there, and he did it again with the PG Link hat as well. Like, he's very intentional in everything that he does. Like, he's literally just like Beyonce, like such a talent. Wow. Oh. And I just feel the message is so important right now. Like, as an artist, you have to put out meaningful messages when things are getting too crazy in the world sometimes. And Kendrick Lamar always says it right way it needs to be. From All Right to Kick in Mad City to Butterfly, damn, like every project came out with was an intention, a response to what he's feeling, his culture, what's going on. Like, how can you not talk about things if you're not in it? As a Black person, it's hard for you not feel like you need to speak out to talk about certain things. And that's why it's not just a diss song, right? It's about the culture and how, like, when you are Black as fuck, you go speak out because you are Black as fuck. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for watching, and see y'all soon.